something.
All right. And we're live. Hello, Internet.
Hello,
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. A bevy.
Who's little meaty bits over here?
What?
Phrasing.
Never been called little.
Phrasing, Lana.
They're up for grabs.
The meaty bits.
The meaty bits are up for grabs.
I enjoy eating bits that are up for grabs.
All right. Pardon us
I
for
bet
getting a
you
little
do.
bit, little behind on
What,
getting
sir?
set going tonight.
I said, I bet she does love them when they're up for grabs.
Right?
Oh boy.
I mean, that's the best way to be enjoyed. No?
How is the best way for meaty bits to be enjoyed?
Up for grabs. One hand.
Wow, even with the hand motions there, Holly.
What? Was that my out loud hand? How do I tell them?
That was right on camera.
Oh, good.
The whole internet saw it.
Hi, Internet.
Hi, interwebs.
I did tag you in the Facebook post, so there is the potential people you know.
Oh, for all of my followers.
For all your
all of my 3 friends.
droves
That's
of
not true.
followers,
You got at
followers.
least 10.
But
Followers.
2 of us are right here. Three of your friends are right here.
Oh, it's true.
did
There you
this
go.
make its way back over to me.
I have no idea. It's not mine. Maybe it is mine. All right, rubber baby buggy.
Rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy
bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. I think we might be ready to start. We're still waiting on an Antanas who is remote tonight because
Life.
life sometimes hits you like that.
And a Pete.
And a
We're
Pete.
waiting on a Pete who is
almost
late.
here.
He's almost here,
But he's not quite here.
but he's not quite here yet.
He's not all there.
He's not.
He's not all here.
That's because he was disintegrated.
That's
Oh.
because he's in little dusty bits.
So sad.
Also, do not have an REA tonight because he is on a family camping excursion for the summer this week. Hope you're having fun, bud. I'm totally gonna butcher Kokai. You should have been here.
Wow. And by butcher, he literally means like with a sword.
Bye-bye.
Okay, love you, bye-bye.
We got dice for you to roll a new character, are
Did
you?
you snort Bemis?
Oh, would you want to?
If someone wanted to snort something so vile, they could. I'm still trying to skim him out of the fountain and also my bathtub. Yeah.
All right.
The fountain was where we wanted to put him.
What, in the fountain? Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think Kokai wanted to put him on the island.
I like
For
the
him to
fountain
do.
idea. Kokai's not here.
Kokai is here.
Oh, is this a democracy?
I have some.
So here's the thing.
Direction.
Moro gives none of the shits about it.
Yep.
Snag him.
Agreed
So-
and understood. Once Pete gets here, we're going to start up. For those of you who are tuning in or didn't catch our last episode or are wondering what the heck is going on, we're playing D&D in a modified Faerun. We have some home rules going on, and it is a time-traveling campaign. So the party has the ability to move through time and space a la
It's about time.
maybe a Doctor Who-ish or DeLorean-ish or hot tub type mechanism.
Moro signs up for the hot tub time machine.
Of course he
Hot tub
does.
time.
Permanent
As long as
Peabody.
Couple of elves in it with him.
In our last episode, unfortunately, one of our players, Peter, aka Bemis, the Dragonborn cleric, was disintegrated, which oddly coincides with what's going on in Critical Role right now. And I will tell you
Weirdly coincidence.
that there's some strange coincidences. And yes, I'm wearing a grog shirt, but I am not lifting off of Matt Mercer. This was planned out a while ago. Actually, originally, the disintegrate ray was supposed to go at Stell. He was the original target, but he moved out of range. Just in time. Bemis, however, did not. He did not make he did not come back from the true resurrection. It wasn't a true resurrection cast, actually.
Come back.
He did not come back from
He's
the
here.
spell that was cast upon him by Quilpellin, the
Quilpelli.
local head of the Temple of Saren Ray. Yeah, I know, like lots of parallels, weird stuff, right?
Yeah, but we had Saren Ray in this campaign a long time ago.
We had Sarah Ray for a while, and yes, originally Sarah Ray was from, I just think she's an awesome goddess, and if you watch the most recent Critical Role, you'll see just how cool
awesome
she
she is.
really is. Pete's here. Yeah, no,
Hello.
Antanas is remote. Aria is
On vacay.
On a
Okay,
vacay.
that's right. He's camping.
And we're just waiting on Antanas.
And he took the figurines with him.
Yeah, we need a.
I got a draw for you, don't worry. No worries.
Who else did he have? Did he have?
He's got plenty of elves.
Hakuna Matata.
If nothing else, we'll just make you look like you're an elvish guard.
Oh, yeah.
Hakuna your mama.
I got the love.
I didn't even get a
I
hug.
got the love.
The child came in and gave you a
Oh.
hug. Oh, hi!
That's cold.
Man,
Yes.
Holly gets a hug and I don't. That's cold.
I don't have anything that looks like a
You
Ronin.
made me a basket.
So tonight,
the role of Kokai will be
part
played
of
by
Kokai will be
Sturm
played by
of Corlin.
Sturm of Corlin Hills.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
This is going to give me a predisposition to not like Kokai this evening.
If we could add Sturm of Corlin Kokai on the board.
Corlin Kokai.
Kokai of Corlin Crater.
Kai of Corlin.
What was that Saturday Night Live skit that they had? I can't remember. Lothar of the Hill People. That's what I was thinking when you put Kokai Sturm.
It's almost time for upstairs.
All right. So we're going to get started. We are waiting for Antanas, who will be joining us in the live stream as soon as he can. Clock's ticking, buddy.
He said like 8.
I know. I'm giving him a hard time, though. Because I can.
Because having an infant is not a hard time enough.
I mean, having an infant, not having
The
an
infant's not going to cast disintegrate at him.
I mean, you guys are luckily out of combat right now, or are you? Oh, you're out of combat.
We seem to be on an empty map, so.
You guys, yes. All right, so I'm gonna have to ask. We're starting our game. Honey, I need a hug. Guys of the internet, ladies of the internet, others of the internet,
Peoples of the internet.
foolish mortals. Looking at you, Amy Smith. Of the internet.
Yeah, she's not watching.
This is my daughter. I love her. Have a good night.
Aww.
There was a dragon that had a squirt gun inside of it, and I got soaking wet.
Awesome.
Who's telling us about a dragon with a squirt gun?
I
Apple
don't know.
The worst
trees.
kind.
But
falling.
flames did not come out. Bubbles came out. Oh, sorry.
Was
Crispin of Corlin.
Bubbles the dragon? Is that the stage name of the dragon?
Yes, yes.
Whoa, this just took a strange turn. All right.
That's the dragon.
So we're
Okay.
gonna start. We're gonna retcon a little bit of last session. You guys made it to the temple. You were able to successfully revive and bring Yorvith back to life. However, when the ritual was cast upon the ashy remains of Bemis, the dust,
Dusty Dragonborn.
Poor Bemis.
the dust
He's dead.
out on the temple
Bingo.
rises up and starts to form the shape of a dragonborn body. You see a light start to emerge from this ash when all of a sudden the ash falls and all that is left is a golden glow in the form of Bemis.
He's dead.
He speaks to you and he says, Amigos,
Amigos. Vaya con Dios.
my time has come and I join the greater lights. Vaya con Dios.
Bye, Felicia.
And the light erupts bright in your face. Kokai looks over with a solemn resolve and says, we must pay homage to our fallen comrade. His memory must never be lost to us. We must return his armor to our home and return his remains somewhere where they are appropriate. We cannot let our fallen comrade lay in unrest. As he says this, Lily, and Mara, you all notice, are just around the corner, coming out of Quilpellin's private study, and see the whole thing. And Marakash just looks straight at you with a completely horrified, unknowing look. Father, what has happened?
Bemis has expired. He was hit with a disintegrate.
That's fine. We'll bring him back.
Quilpellin just attempted to do so, and it did not work.
Do it again.
It sounds like he didn't want to come back.
So he's gone? The Dragonborn is gone?
Yes.
That happens here?
It does.
Often.
I know another reason why you desire to go home.
But he's with his god now.
We can get maybe what? Back,
Perhaps.
Lily, can you do
as far as I know, maybe Ninian could.
I would have to say that Stella's right. I don't think he wanted to come back. I think he wanted to go be with his god.
I need to go home. I need to face what I've done. I can't. That could happen to me. And you couldn't do anything?
Well, we would find a way.
Go home.
I'm going to bring you home, and I'm going to go with you to speak to Mother.
She sort of walks back the way they came, back into Quilpellin's quarters.
Lily follows her.
Quilpellin looks at you all and says, I'm very sorry, friends.
Oh, there must be an Encanus.
He actually joined us about a minute ago.
Whatever.
But until Riley started making noise.
What was funny was Jason's hand. Jason, were you yawning or something? Was by your hand was by your mouth, and when the cough went up, I thought it was you. I thought it was his cat again.
My cough is not that high pitched.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
Just Eric.
Hi guys.
Moro follows Mara
Okay.
through the door.
So Mora walks with Mara. Quilpellin says,
Hi.
Hi, talking to you. All right, and tonight the part of Arterar will be played by Riley.
By Riley's forehead.
Or at least her
Only
forehead.
she's like Stell height in this picture.
I actually think she might actually be shorter than Still.
She is. Hi.
Hi, Riley Q. Hi, Riley.
It's really difficult to do a serious moment when your audience is
Hi.
You're gonna be on.
Awesome.
Yes, she is.
What's up, little girl?
Hi, baby.
Hey, Artie, you look so much younger. It's weird.
No,
This time travel thing is really affecting you.
It's so much cuter.
I never noticed before.
And more intelligence. I mean,
Oh.
Much more charismatic too.
Yep.
hey, bud.
Yo.
How's it going?
Yeah, you know.
All right.
All right, so we just sort of reran some of what happened last session. Marakash has witnessed Bemis's final expiration.
Bemis.
Bemis.
So there's
I love talking my mouth there.
Oh my.
And Quilpellin was just in the process of saying, I'm very sorry, travelers. This music should have restored him. I'm not. His soul must not have been willing to return. There's nothing more I can do. He walks over and he grabs a golden urn adorned with flames engraved into the gold. He says, I offer you this vessel for the remains of your fallen comrade. You take it. And Kokai looks at him. It's going to be a lot of this tonight, by the way.
You talking to yourself?
Me talking to myself. Looks at him and says, bows and takes it. And says,
Do we have a little broom?
we are honored.
A little pool.
Kokai just shoots you a dirty look.
Dirt devil.
Well, it's a little muddy because of the water.
Mm.
So maybe just like a scoop.
So the
He's
remains
close
are
like kitty litter.
Scoop.
clumped and swept together into the golden urn. Jesus.
It's probably smells about like.
There's no respect for the dead in this group.
Smells like a freshly flushed penis.
Oh,
Ugh.
man. Yes,
Oh, my.
continue. Sorry.
Kokai picks up Bemis's armor, which he had already taken out, and prepared to return to Bemis. He says, I wish to set his armor in our home so that we never forget him, and we can honor his memory every time we return. And I wish to do this now. You will take us there. As he looks into the air,
he's like so upset, and he looks up because he's talking to Morrow, and no, he's not there.
he's looking down at his feet and the armor. You will take us there.
Wait, what?
Fucking Morrow. Stell, where is he?
He went with Mara and Lily to the other room.
So he marches in and he says, we need to go back now. We need to honor a fallen warrior's memory now. Bemis was our friend.
I feel that we should return his armor. Yes, I agree.
We need to go now.
All right. Can I have one moment, please?
Fine. He just turns his back and sort of walks away.
Delightful. I want to try to comfort Mara a little bit and then say, we are going to be leaving. Do you wish to come with us? I don't want to leave you here, and I want to be able to get to return you home.
I feel safe here, but I need to go home.
I would rather
Where are you
have you.
going?
We are going back to Sanctuary, and then I'm unsure from there, but I wish to bring you home and clear your name with Mother.
Fine. I will travel with you. As long as I don't have to stay there long.
No.
Stell, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of watching Kokai suddenly becoming erudite and looking at him like he's very strange.
You can tell that Bemis's death has deeply affected him.
Yeah.
He's
Distraught.
And you get the sense that he feels weaker.
Suddenly vulnerable.
Feels vulnerable.
Mhm. Well, I step aside and let Mara walk through the door, and then I follow her.
Really, thank you for your words of wisdom.
You're welcome here anytime, Mara. You know that you can stay here and be safe with us.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for keeping an eye on her and keeping her company. I appreciate it.
Yorbith, there's all this weirdness going on around you. People are like yelling at each other.
I just came back from the dead myself, so
Yeah, you're still feeling a little cold.
Yeah, you feeling a little woozy?
yeah,
How you doing?
not feeling good. My hand
I don't-
hurts.
I don't think
This
any of
is-
us are feeling very good right now.
The last thing I remember is everyone trying to kill me.
Well, to be fair, you were trying to kill us.
I respect that. So
As you say these words, you feel you're suddenly very aware of your own heartbeat. of your pulse. You feel the blood flowing through your body. It feels unnatural. It feels there's an essence of magic that you can feel flowing through your veins.
It's magic, you know. You invited me to the party. That's okay. I almost started singing "Pumping Blood." So
It's
yeah.
Arterar, what are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Arterar, at this point, has witnessed so much death in the last,
2 days.
that he's just at this point becoming desensitized to the whole thing. He's starting to
Congratulations and welcome to the club.
he's like literally standing there with a blank stare on, and internally he's starting to think, okay, so who's gonna die next?
Okay.
So you all see Arterar standing there, literally staring off into space.
Oh, God.
Blank. So pretty much like normal.
Like normal.
Except for this time he's blinking.
Except for this time he might be blinking.
I would ask Arterar if he's all right. Hello, are you all right? You're sort of staring into space.
What? Huh?
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Are you all right?
I don't know. There's just so much dying.
Yes.
But why? Damn it.
Like, why are you making fun of me? Foolish mortals.
Thank you, Turkey.
I could not be more proud of you right now. Right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's talking.
So you just constantly like he'll spit out like a word like that every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just and the more you keep on seeing him, like seeing him now shake his head, going, why Bemis? Why father?
Well,
Why?
All right.
Stell, I think everyone in our party is broken.
This is a dangerous life we lead, so I think we all need some rest.
I could use some rest. I am.
And I definitely think that probably our safest place to do so is not here. So, given what REA's requested, I know when we need to come back to if we want to come back here.
And by Aria, he means Kokai.
Yes, he means Kokai,
Yes.
but whatever. Yes.
Whatever, same thing.
Kokari.
That's his middle name.
Yes.
Kokai. Ari. What? All right. Well, if the consensus is to leave and go back to Sanctuary, then yes. Is that what everyone wants?
Is he coming?
We must honor his memory.
Right.
Stell points at Yorvith. Are you coming?
Please.
he's a little rough. I almost feel bad. Almost. It's close.
I'll sing Kumbaya.
Please don't. Please don't.
You do realize that was a joke, right?
Oh, I see.
Dark elves do have jokes.
I
right?
see what's happening there.
Don't like him.
I see what's happening here.
Derivative works.
All right. So, if everybody wants to go, then are you still in the other room? I just want to make sure that Lily is far enough away that she doesn't get pulled away with us. Unless you really want to go back to that delightful place. I feel like.
No, let's
You
go to the
want
one
it
side.
to,
Let's go to the other side of the sanctuary where.
Let's we'll move far away
So you
in
guys
the sanctuary.
move away
Before
into
they
the
do,
library.
Lily gives Stell a hug. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you want to say to her before you leave?
Words of wisdom,
I haven't forgotten my
my
promise to you.
brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten my promise either.
Promises
Oh,
of
Be
bane
safe.
of my existence.
You can't.
I know.
Just
Out of game.
keep me
Out of game. I can say.
Bemis says
and just keep me in your prayers because
Always.
apparently we need them.
Always. You know where I am, my friends.
We do.
All right.
Safe.
friends.
You make your way through to the other side of the library.
Blah blah blah.
No. Oh, he likes Lily. Yes. Other side of the library.
Yes, so you're,
Okay.
if you recall, the temple on one side is
We were
Quilpel's
we
office
were in
private
that
quarters.
area, so we
You're
went
sort of over there. You move your way all the way across
to the library. We've
to
been-
the other side
been to the-
of the temple and into the library. You move your way through the racks of books to the furthest location away from Lily. And
And I ring the bell.
here it comes. And time stops. You feel an absence.
It makes the heart grow fonder.
It does. As you rematerialize in sanctuary, there's a foreboding sense of loneliness about the place. You've never noticed it before, but you realize just how far, you all feel it in your souls, how far away you are from the mortal world, from anything living. There's a coldness to the place, though it's surrounded in magma. You look over, the wall still stands with magma flows coming out from around each side. Your trophies, much like that of the bat, lining the back wall, each prey that you have slain to earn your keep in sanctuary. Kokai walks over methodically and starts taking things out of his bag and fashioning a rack that is in the shape of a human. That's going to take some time. What would you guys like to do as he's working?
I'm gonna go rest somewhere.
Okay. It's a hard, cold place. You could not that kind of hard and cold.
Cold?
Really?
Cold?
I was going to say something, and that was inappropriate, so I did not say.
There's a baby present.
She doesn't know what necromancy is.
Oh. Oh.
Look at them die.
I'm gonna refresh my gold supply.
Okay.
Jen, I'll let you know how much I'm
Have a
taking.
bedroll, I'm assuming, in your traveling gear.
Yeah.
So you unfurl your bedroll, set a makeshift camp for yourself. Adara, what are you going to do?
Ardorar is going to rest,
Okay.
but before he does that, he's going to take 8,000 gold from the pile.
Okay.
I'm going to
Bye-bye.
rest a little bit, but I also want to just sit and chat with Mara and talk about sort of a game plan
Okay.
for when we go home.
All right. So, Stell, you're going to take some gold and rest. Adara, 8,000 gold and rest. You're just
Touch the gold and I'll break your fingers. No, just kidding.
lying out on your bedroll.
Last time I used gold, I got chased away by guards. So.
Do you have your phone, Eric? Because I sent you a
I
message.
do.
I can send it to Jen if you
I
want.
got it.
Okay.
I got my phone.
Okay, just making sure.
These are on for the night. All right. So, and Kokai, just as you look over, you guys all kind of glance at him occasionally. He is focused in a way that you've only seen him in battle.
Perhaps even Zen.
You can see that he's disturbed, that he's troubled, but that it appears he's taking comfort in his work.
It's therapeutic.
As you make your way through doing the tasks that you want to do before resting, by the time Arterar, Stell, you actually have taken care of your gold collection, counted it out, sort of stowed your things, he's already got what looks to be a hoop frame that is about the size of Bemis's torso assembled. And you notice that it's fashioned from the leaves of those trees that he had on that island. Those, what did he call them? Coconut trees?
Oh, yes,
Cocaine nuts.
Coconuts. Oh, let's not use those. Sticks weave together. He's fashioned this
Wicker man.
wicker torso.
Ooh.
We lost
Arnie?
our
We lost
We
our
did.
Ryan Thomas.
Come back.
So by the time you go to take your rest, he's already finished sort of the torso. He is focused in a way that you've only seen him in battle. Pete, if you could do me a favor, just click on Thomas's picture. He's in the far left on the right-hand side window.
Perhaps
Or-
when he's done, we should put it in the
Other one.
corner with
Other one.
with the screen in front of it, just for nostalgia.
He's back.
And you don't
Yeah,
hear
but
it.
we're going to put the armor on it, so we don't need the screen.
Oh, that's true. That was just if it was a naked wicker.
Right.
Dragon. Yes.
All right. So you guys finish your gold collections. Stell, you also, could you roll me a d20 and add the appropriate modifier for the sub action you would like to do?
$25.
25. You successfully complete that with no hindrance whatsoever. And no one catches any sense of what it is that you've done. You wish to talk with Mara a little bit about the plan, so we'll role play that, and then I'm gonna let you guys get your rest.
Okay.
Okay. What are we gonna do?
I'm not precisely sure the when it's going to happen, what the events will be, but I wish to go back home, probably topside near father's village, and summon mother and talk with her. I think if I explain to her that what you did was not done to endanger her or the family, that your intentions were simply to find me and return me. And I mean no offense by this, but you're young and he took advantage of you.
Never again.
Well, you've learned, but I think she needs to understand why you did what you did. And she is not unreasonable. You did not do it intentionally to harm her or the family. And she will understand that, I think.
Couldn't I just stay on the top side? And maybe live there?
If that is your wish, but if you do not face her and speak with her and clear your name, then you will be hunted eventually. It is smarter to face what you have done and speak with her now. She will know.
She will. Okay.
I will help you and I will speak with her. And anything that I say to her, do not take offense. I am only trying to protect you.
I understand.
Are you all right with everything that happened?
There's nothing you guys could do.
We tried. It seemed as if he was not willing to return. I'm sure you can understand if someone is a follower of my mother's and they come across a similar situation, they may not choose to return to what they were doing, but to return to her. He wanted to return to his God. He fell in battle. It was honorable.
I don't understand the way of this world, but I understand the words you say.
This place is very different than home.
Yes.
And even more so for us.
Yes. You are strong to stay here and help these people.
Thank you.
I need to get some rest.
That is a wise idea.
All right. And so you all, in time, find a peaceful sleep, except for Kokai, who continues to work. Peter. You are surrounded in light. You feel nothing but joy and love and goodness. That light slowly shifts. And on the horizon you can see an ocean. In the distance you see what looks to be a figure of a man standing in the ocean. You hear a voice. You have returned to me, my child.
I have.
Welcome home.
But my home is with my friends.
I understand. But
Why have you called?
chosen to return to me. To seek peace.
Is there any way
and
back?
eternal rest.
But I need. We have a mission to finish, and my friends need me.
I'm afraid that your time is passed. But you won't be at peace here. You will continue to serve me here.
Well, Cook, I do as you say. But who will protect my friends?
You will watch over them in the way that I can. And though they do not follow my ways and they do not know my words, I will do what I can to make sure their path is clear, their waters are calm, and that they are protected in the ways that I can. And as he says this, you are engulfed in light. And your consciousness fades to that of the will of Habakkuk. Really?
There's not a guy in the house.
Oh, Lily's sad, guys.
Is she actually crying?
Maybe.
Somebody get that woman a tissue.
I can sanctuary.
Moro is a heartless asshole.
Moro, you hear something. You hear a sound. You awaken to a rustling of Kokai. And he's cursing under his breath. And he looks to be struggling. He's trying to attach an arm woven of coconut leaves and twigs to that torso. And he's got one affixed on the right-hand side of this armor stand, but the left one he's can't seem to get it on. See, you're not crying anymore. Right?
Now it's both. She doesn't know what to do.
I'm going to make you an emotional wreck by the end of the
Are the arms backwards? Did you like mix them up?
They're bent.
If you put the legs where the arms go,
It is Kakai after all.
Close enough.
The legs, he's attached legs to it as well, and it's standing. It's about the same height as Bemis. It's a little bit shorter, but you're starting to really get the sense that he's putting a lot of effort in, and I mean,
Kokai.
it is. But you can see the frustration.
Kokai.
What?
I am in awe of the wonderful job you are doing, but I see that you perhaps are struggling a bit. Would you care for some assistance?
This is my task.
I'm not taking it away from you. I'm just offering to perhaps hold the arm while you attach it.
If you wish to honor Bemis' memory, I would appreciate your assistance.
Fantastic. I would love to help you.
You guys all look at him like he's.
Notice my words. I would love to help you.
You all looked at him like he was some kind of clown or some kind of burden on our group.
He was a loyal companion, and he fought very bravely with us. I will say that.
Are we all awake, or is it just Moro who's awake?
Just Moro's awake.
Okay.
After a few moments, he seems to have attached the arm. I appreciate your help with this. And I'm sure Bemis will appreciate to know that you thought him a good companion. When I conduct this ceremony, will you speak for him?
I'm not sure what you would want me to say.
Just what you have to say.
I will do that for you.
Thank you. And as the final shapes of this woven
Bemis.
coconut leaf basket man form is finished, he says, I must now conduct the first part of the ceremony. It will be some time before I'm ready. I hope that you and the others will speak to Bemis' memory and honor him in this last ceremony.
I'm sure everyone would be pleased to.
Thank you. He takes out some incense and lights it on either side of him. And sits out and just sits down and starts to meditate.
Is it patchouli?
Smells like coconuts.
Gross. Smells like sage.
Smells like the beach.
So you return to your rest,
All right.
or do you?
If I'm already rested and I'm up, then
You've not gotten a full rest. You just kind of lie down for a couple hours, and we're like,
All right, then yeah, I'll return over back by Mara.
okay. And you notice everybody is still asleep as you walk back to your bedroll.
I resist the urge to pull a prank on anyone, and I lie back down. Tie the drow's boots together.
Oh no.
No.
That's what Mage Hand is for.
Sorry.
In the light, your consciousness returns once more. My child,
Oh, sorry.
you are not at rest.
I was reading something.
I thought you were smooth.
No.
It's a long day making those donuts. My child,
Time to make the donuts.
your presence is strange.
Mm.
You are not at rest, and you are not bringing the light to our followers. Your troubles still linger.
Yes.
Can you continue to bring the light to those who follow me?
Habakkuk, I've tried in many ways to bring the light. Those that wish to follow will follow. And those of us that are loyal to you continue to follow.
But your light is tainted. The followers who feel its presence are plagued with unrest. They are weary. They see visions of death, of demons. This is not the light we bring.
No, this is that those beings, we've tried to cast them out.
The
We
light that you bring that touches my followers brings these visions to them.
Well, maybe then maybe I don't represent you in the way I should.
It's been only a few of your centuries. Your spirit will come to rest. Your light will burn true. I know this, even with the demons that you have fought. Both in the physical world and in your mind, your light will burn true. The waters fade away, and there's that warm presence of light around you again.
Yeah.
But you hear a voice of another. He is not the one you should serve.
Who is this?
I didn't know this was three-way calling.
You wish to return to Faerun after all of this time still.
Yes, my friends need me. Who is this that speaks to me other than Habakkuk?
Enjoy your rest. We will speak again.
You have
And you are enveloped again in the glowing light of Habakkuk. Your consciousness, your thoughts fade. And you are suddenly aware of the thoughts and the memories and the experiences of all of Habakkuk's followers. Oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Sorry. You all awaken. As you each start to stir, you feel like soup. You feel like while rested, you're still not at ease. Take your full rest, regain your hit points, your spell slots, whatever it is that you have pending.
I actually get sorcerer points now. I was fresh out.
Also, any of the temporary lost max hit points are restored as well. You were at full. You needed a full rest if you get rid of that.
That was a
Pretty crap.
bucket of not fun.
All right. And as you all look, Kokai is standing. You see Bemis's armor in front of him. And it is finely polished. It is sparkling. Make a perception check. Anybody who's alive in there?
It's all right.
14.
28.
28.
Oh, there it goes.
Starting with a 6.
Oh no.
Hey, at least it's nothing like earth-shattering, like
11.
a death
11.
saving throw.
Arteron?
19.
19.
Wow.
All right. For anyone who rolled an 18 or better, you see the gem on Bemis's armor, and it is wholly white at this point. That strange darkness that had existed in it is nowhere to be seen. And the armor is perfectly polished. Kokai says, "Took me a while, but I think it's ready."
You've done an excellent job with it.
Thank you. Shall we proceed with the ceremony? I will speak first. He takes the armor. He fastens the chest piece around the wicker statue successfully. He buckles it on and he says, "Bemis, you were stalwart in battle. You protected us with your physical strength and your healing ways. We have failed you. And we should have protected you the way you protected us. We will fight in honor of your memory from this day forward, never forgetting what you brought to our group." Thank you. Who would like to be next?
Still raises his hand.
All right. If you would affix some of the armor and just say a few words about what Bemis meant to you.
So Stell reaches into his pack and pulls out a small flask, opens it and takes a little sip, and then hands it to Kokai and says, "In my people's custom, it is our custom to have a small drink in honor of those who have fallen."
It seemed appropriate.
So
That seems appropriate. Bemis did like the beverage.
Didn't like the drink.
exactly. When I first met Bemis, and Stella does this as he's affixing one of the greaves onto, because that's what he can reach. When I first met Bemis, I thought he was a fool. He was a strange being who got into fights with dwarves, and still makes a gesture and a small illusion of the I'm casting minor illusion cantrip of Bemis fighting with the dwarf and then getting himself knocked out.
Ripped off.
I thought that perhaps I might need to cajole him into aiding me as a new member of the party, so I picked up his horns and held on to them. But the next time we fought, he immediately saw that when anyone was injured, he handled it. And I may have laughed at him, and I may have looked down on him in my own way.
I may have looked down on him from 3
from 4 people at the top of his head. But he was a good companion, and I will miss him. I won't miss his nakedness, but I will miss him. And still finishes strapping on the greave. And hopefully Kokai passed that drink along to everybody else.
So the bottle has been passed around. Has everybody sort of taken it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That's Stella's tradition, I guess.
It's a pretty strong spirit, but it's a very small bottle, so.
He hands it back to Stella and he says, "Thank you."
I put it away.
Who was it?
But I suppose I will.
Okay.
I don't know what.
So
I should
there's
grab
their gauntlets left and Bemis's mace.
probably can't lift that, so I'll grab a gauntlet. Get the mace. Oh shit.
Oh, Moro.
Take a strike again.
Yeah, right. Gauntlet I can handle. So I'll get the gauntlet and start affixing it. And I'll say, Bemis was a loyal and faithful companion, and he always had our best interests in mind. Sometimes it didn't seem that way, but I know it was true. He aided us very well. He is one of the reasons that I've learned to laugh, and I thank him for that. He's also the first dragonborn that I did not hate. That's saying a lot. He will be missed, and the fountain and the crossing. The fountain and the crossing will never be the same.
Hopefully they've got some bleach.
All the bleach in the world ain't gonna help that.
Perception check.
Oh boy.
Be missed.
Be missed.
He will
be
be
missed.
missed.
Be missed.
He missed.
19?
Yeah. What is?
Let's just go on the other.
Okay.
Take this one on the other side because I can't whisper that quiet. Plus, my breath's probably terrible. Considering how much
Had some
cheese I eat.
Is it smelly cheese?
Yeah, it's a goat
Well,
cheese
this is
blend.
probably internet. This is probably the first time a character has been
Eulogized.
Eulogized.
Yeah, I'm not used to this stuff.
Yeah, this is tough.
I mean, you died.
I actually thought about it after last game, so I actually had
Toss
something I was
you,
ready
we
to
just
say.
burn you, and
That's
then it's
it.
done. The
In
end.
most games, you know, they probably just
Well, I was
Alright,
wondering
move on to the
if
next
Wicker Man was
character,
gonna
you
be
know,
burned in
throw 'em away.
effigy.
So that's the thing.
we're
Like,
having some fun.
you passed around a drink because that's your custom. My custom would be to
Fireball.
Burn him.
He's already
Except
dead.
he's already dead, and he's
Right.
already.
So I can't burn the
Dust.
Wicker Man that Kokai just built because that's
But you could set fire to the dust.
I said fire.
Yes.
What the heck?
Oy.
I mean, I said those were nice-ish
No.
things, right?
Well, I mean, the only real way to bring him back would have been a wish. You
Yeah.
guys probably don't have the money. Well,
I mean,
we do have money.
let's be honest. I ain't using my wish on that.
All right.
You can't even cast the wish.
So
Right.
Moro finishes affixing the gauntlets to the arms, and that left arm that struggled, as you fix that last gauntlet, I need you to roll a d20, please.
Uh-oh, it's a dex check.
Shit. Am I adding anything?
I'll give you dexterity modifier.
That's like nothing. So that's a 5.
4.
Woo! Thanks.
Strap
Plus
it
1
on.
dex.
You strap the gauntlet on, and
Yes.
you feel the arm sort of just
Sag.
a little bit, but it holds true.
Slowly back away.
It's like Jenga.
Oh yeah, Jenga. Yeah, like
Kokai looks and turns to you, Arterard, and he says, "Could you finish with the legs, the leg plates?"
And Arterar obliges.
Okay.
What Kokai says, and first affixes.
Is there someone
So let's actually, before we continue, hang on. We got to actually set this up. Kokai, I just got really loud. Stel, Moro, Mara's back here. You would be here.
Need to change the angle of the camera on the.
Yeah, I was going to say, can that go a little bit closer to the screen, the end screen?
You see it now?
Yeah, there we go. Tilt back. There we go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Arterard. And we need a
tilt back.
Bemis.
Like that reach commercial with the pop top head.
Oh, I got my character.
Okay.
Hold on.
The effigy of Bemis. Oh, so sad.
So closest to you would be Arterard
Okay.
and Kokai, who are these conducting the sound.
He's good.
Goodbye.
See.
Hey, let's get a giant wall.
Oh.
Oh, hey, well.
Where am I here?
Something
The
unfortunate
statues
he
here?
fell the wall.
Yeah, right up against the wall.
Okay.
Oh. Are we
Should I,
lining
like-
him up with all the other like? It's like all the things we killed,
Should I like?
and it's kind of our fault he's dead, I suppose. Look at all the dead things in Sanctuary, guys. Oh,
Hey, I healed him. He didn't run.
right. I was actually thinking to kill him, and you told me not to, so that was actually.
All right, so Artie, what are you up to?
So he takes a step back after putting the that leg piece on, and turns around back to the others that are there, and tries to find the words and says, "We had good times. We had bad times. But I could always count on Bemis for a good laugh and sometimes a good heal. And to one time fight me as a pig."
But you don't remember that, do you?
I think I did.
I remember truffles.
There's a moment of clarity.
Because I was told about it.
As you were eating pork.
Right.
And we were all dying.
But he continues to go on in a speech. I remember the time when we were on that flying ship, the arcane anger.
Never speak of that.
I'm going to speak of it. Bemis was in his element. That's really where he belonged. And I think that's where his soul will always be. The end.
His soul will always be on the ship I almost burnt down.
Pretty much. So say we all.
Best ship in the fleet.
It was until we wrote the ship.
We?
What?
All right. So you sort of move back.
I've only set 3 things
Kokai
accidentally on
steps
fire
forward,
that day.
and you step back. Arter, you notice that Yorvith has moved.
I'm sorry, I missed that little part at the end. What you said?
You notice that Yorvith has moved, and that there's a small pile of stone on the ground. A couple rocks, yay big, smaller.
Okay.
Need you to make a history check.
Any of them rocky?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. History check is a 14.
Behind me?
What is it?
14.
14. You don't remember there ever being real, like, there were some pockets in the stone floor, like tunnels.
Yep.
I think you might have urinated in one at one point in time.
Yep, I did. Yep. No. That was Ardorar. Yep.
But you don't recall there being chunks of stone on the ground in Sanctuary ever. Moro, Stell, you see Yorvith walk by behind you.
It's kind of suspect. I don't trust Drow.
Ardorar is going to kneel down and inspect the curious rocks.
You touch it. It's hot.
Well, with the magma.
Constitution check, in fact.
Yeah.
They poop rocks.
Drow droppings.
Drow droppings.
It already touched it.
Moved. What's the awful?
Nice thing, rather warm.
I thought there was Bemis's arm.
So 13.
13. Take. 2 points of fire damage.
Ouch!
As you picked.
So then I will swear in some sort of Elvish and throw it away from.
I would.
You all hear him
swear in Elvish.
Yeah.
What? Ardorar, what was that?
It burnt me. Damn it.
Okay, well, I didn't want to interrupt anybody, but I saw that rock fall off the wall. And
the wall?
What?
As he says this, you all hear. And I need everyone
look up
who is looking in the direction of the sound to make a perception check. If you have dark vision, then you are ready, regular roll. If you do not have dark vision, you are at disadvantage.
Just regular perception check?
Regular perception check.
24.
24. You saw it.
23.
Non-natural 20? Artie does not see it. Stell, what do you got? 23. All right.
23.
So Yorvith, Stell, 20. You guys all see
splat
stones falling and a crack. It's about 80 or 90 feet up that has developed in the wall. And it's just at that point where the wall is fading into darkness. And you can't see from the ambient light of the magma. But there is now a crack as a few stones hit at the base of the wall.
That's not good.
Stell draws his bow. That's not good.
I wonder. I did. Wonder. Does anybody have any way to cast some light up there that isn't me?
Well, yeah,
fire up there.
Oh yeah.
Stell casts a light spell on an arrow and shoots it up.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Roll to hit the darkness.
Roll to hit the giant wall.
16.
16 will hit the wall. You can just see the faint glow and you can see the crack. And it looks like it's slowly spreading.
It looks like the one from Doctor Who.
Very slow. Meanwhile, Bemis. Sorry, Peter.
That's okay.
We
got it, right?
Engulfed in warmth and light.
Mm-hmm.
You feel and experience the memories of so many of the different followers of Habakkuk. Mm-hmm. And you have literally felt the presence of all of his followers through the ages from the day of his ascension to godhood. Each one of their experiences is like your own. and the memories that you recall. It's hard to separate. What was before and what is up, and being at one with his divine light. I need you to go ahead and roll a d20.
I have to take my dice out. An 8.
An 8.
With any modifiers on
You don't have a character sheet.
it? Yeah. There you go. So an 8.
Hey, which is gonna work.
That's what I get for taking my glasses.
Oh,
All right, anyway.
What fell?
Please hold for dramatic story moment while we retrieve Peter's dice.
Need a hand?
Thank you.
Yay!
You're welcome.
Make
We're
this
switching
cheese
over
go
here.
I see what's happening here.
Cheese go away.
All right.
Face to face with Greg.
When the sun is trimmed. Oh,
Derivative works.
It's adorable.
All right. In that moment, whatever moment this is, having experienced an eternity of moments now, you are racked with pain and guilt and an urge, a burning desire.
I've had those.
Oh yeah. Well, speak. Speak to that.
That was totally your awesome. There's this burning desire, unfinished business, something left undone, a greater purpose beyond Habakkuk, beyond everything, beyond these memories of these followers, these sheep. You are needed.
I have a purpose.
You have a purpose. What was it? Roll d20.
14.
Okay.
I was just writing that to you. You.
He has a porpoise.
A porpoise.
A porpoise.
I was like, is it? And he was like, porpoise.
Don't even have to
Oh.
say it. I knew exactly what happened.
you gotta find her.
We were trying not to interrupt the.
But we were having the same thought.
Dramatics. Underrated apparently.
Sorry.
Porpoise jokes. Where it's at. There's a greater porpoise for you.
Orca.
It is Habakkuk.
Just for the halibut.
But who are you? You struggled through all of the sea of memories, of experiences that you have been a part of, that you have witnessed as part of Habakkuk's life. Roll a d20.
11.
11. The wall cracks again with a loud, thunderous bang. Rocks fall to your feet, and you're starting to see, though the light of your arrow is present, there's a warm red glow that is starting to emit from that crack
Uh-oh.
above.
Guys, this is not good. What is going on?
Yeah, I've got another arrow knocked, ready to fight.
I feel like. Do I feel like that warm glow might be magma?
Roll an intelligence check.
I'm actually going to back away a little bit.
Okay. Could somebody back Stella?
How far?
Back it up,
Just-
Stel.
How far do you want to go?
I need to keep the arrow in range to keep the light on it. So, oh, it actually doesn't. Since it's a touch spell, once it's cast, it stays. So I can move back my full 25.
Okay. So you move back beyond Marakash, who's also looking up.
here.
So
Ardra would like to follow suit and ready his.
Tell her to back up as much as you can.
okay. So you can back her up 5 squares, 6 squares. Artie comes back with Stella as well.
I had a 15. 15.
A 15. There is definitely, you being so attuned to fire, you recognize that as magma starting to actually scorch and burn through this crack in the rock. And it's starting to glow red and hot.
We need to either figure out how to stop this or get out of here.
Well, we don't want to just leave and then come back and have the same problem.
The warmth of the
I'm
light,
not good at stopping.
the glow that you are encompassed by fades below, and you see the waters, the ocean, reaching vast into the distance beyond your perception. Bathed in the light of Habakkuk, you see a figure in the distance. You are at unrest, my child.
I am. It's very it's warmth, the presence of the warmth and the ocean. I feel at home, but yet I'm uneased here.
What is your name? Roll a d20.
This is your quest.
What is your quest?
Favorite color. 13.
13. You don't recall.
I don't know.
You only recall being a part of the greater light of Habakkuk. You recall the memories of so many different people. He looks. What is your quest? Roll a d20.
14.
14. So many adventures, so many stories, some trivial. You recall being a shopkeeper. You recall selling fish in a market. You recall sailing. That memory is so strong, but there's so many different memories. Different times, different people, different. I have no idea.
I don't know what my quest is. But I know one thing I know is that I'm here.
And I shall ask you this last question. What is the airspeed velocity?
Yeah. African or your.
What is your favorite color?
What is your purpose?
My purpose has always been to protect those that need me, to protect those that I can't remember who they are. There's visions of many, but also was to spread the word of Habakkuk was always my goal.
But your first purpose is to protect. I am but the vehicle you use for that purpose.
And you are Habakkuk. No,
I am many things to many different people. Some call me Habakkuk.
Some call me Tim.
Call me Tim. Others have vastly different names for my presence, for my light.
Well, what is it that you'd require of me?
I require nothing. I brought you here because I thought it was your faith that would serve the greater light. But I see now that is not your purpose. The wall cracks and magma erupts and spills down on top of this wonderfully crafted wicker form. Kokai looks like
all that work I did.
I'm so sorry.
And as it hits, it hits and splashes on the ground and then retracts back up into the crack, leaving behind an ashen, solid, hardened form over the wicker body.
This is some weird shit.
This is really creepy.
As you look, the white gem in the center of the armor fills with blackness and darkness.
That's pretty.
And it begins to spin and swirl.
Nauseating.
Starting to sink into the center of the gem, much like the flushing of a toilet.
Does it go clockwise or
counterclockwise?
We haven't established which side of the hemisphere.
Right.
It sinks in, and as the dark energy seems to sink into the gem, you see lights of magma start to crack through the form, and the hardened magma on the exterior shell shatters forward, leaving a glowing magma form of a humanoid where the armor stand had been. The armor surrounding this magma humanoid. What do you guys want to do?
Bemis never looked so good.
Shout in surprise.
Okay.
Artie poops himself.
Oh my god.
Artie wears brown pants today.
I back up a little bit.
What do I need to
keeping my
it's
keeping my bow ready.
it's not the magma. Obviously, it's the I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Backing up.
I probably out loud say something to the effect of what the shock is happening.
All right. Kokai is also sort of stepping back, but looking very inquisitively. Kokusho drawn. Jorvith, what are you going to do?
I'm going to stay right here and draw a Frostbrand.
Okay. You draw Frostbrand, that icy cold air surrounding the blade.
I move away from the frosty blade.
Moro steps away from the frosty blade.
Because that.
And you hear a voice that you haven't heard in a long, long time.
The voice?
I have returned to you.
And the form steps forward. And as it does, the hardened chunks of magma that have cooled fall away to the point where it's just burning, a burning humanoid form. And then all of a sudden the fire erupts from the body, and there is a bright, bright yellow light where the fire once was. You see wings unfurl from the back and return behind.
This is some weird shit.
And a glow, an angelic glow, like nothing any of you have ever seen before.
It hurts.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to chat. Because the thing we prepped might have happened a little differently.
Okay.
You see what seems to be a golden circlet affixed above its head. And it's just a being of pure light and pure beauty. The angelic
And one is like, "Yeah, get that."
fire.
I liked it when you were fire better.
Angelic wings unfurl in the back. You see them tuck in shapes of what appear to be feathers, but in a glowing radiance. The details start to come forward as this humanoid male steps forward and says, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
¿Dónde están al baño?
I don't speak Draconic.
Yeah, none of us speak Draconic, so.
And the voice says, I'm
Kokai's dragon goes, idiot! Sorry.
Idiot.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that language was the first that came to mind.
What precisely is happening?
Who are you, and why are you here?
This is
Little surprises me, but this is strange.
I do not. Roll a d20.
13.
I don't know. I'm here to protect.
Who?
I don't know.
Great. Is anyone else thoroughly disturbed, or is it just me?
Oh, well, this is really freaking weird.
The glow starts to dim a bit more, and you see the skin of this humanoid creature start to take shape in the radiance as it dims.
And what does it look like?
It looks like maybe the most beautiful human male you have ever seen. With golden wings on its back.
Damn, there's that out loud voice.
No Holly right now. He's naked. With armor.
He's naked.
With armor.
Holly, do you need to go in the other room?
Maybe for a minute. I'm a little apprehensive.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have my bow pointed at him, but I still have my bow out.
I mean,
Yeah, same here with the
weird thing with the magma, and now his form and armor. Is he wearing his armor?
He's wearing Bemis's armor.
Yeah, so he's wearing Bemis's armor, and it says like human dude with wings. That's
now with wings.
New now with wings. Humans now with wings. This shit is weird. I don't know who that is, or what the fuck that is, or why
I don't
it's
even
here.
know what to do.
Also,
And how it got here.
human. No offense, Kokai, but human.
Would you join me out in the other room for a moment?
Yeah.
You guys may discuss amongst yourselves as he's sort of getting his bearings.
So, how's the weather?
It was great until a minute ago when magma fell
It
from the
was
ceiling.
nice.
I mean, what? This shit is.
I don't know who this guy is, but he just broke that really nice statue that Kokai built. Spent
Yeah,
a lot of
Kokai's
time.
gonna be cursed.
Damn it.
Mara's like, man.
Mara's
this is a
like,
bad
what the-
dream, please.
What the literal fuck is
Those
happening?
mushrooms I ate, man.
So
Wait,
dumb.
Lily, what were you giving her? Lily.
Medicinal tea.
No.
Medicinal tea.
Lily, we're gonna have words.
Designed for the halfling constitution.
Right? That's fine. It'd be fine for her then.
It'll be over in like 4 minutes.
She's like, yes, now is a great time to go home. Can we go home?
I might feel okay about facing Grandma right now.
Right? She's not.
Does she call her Grandma?
No.
Oh, I would hope not. That seems like a bad idea.
Nana? No. Gree? No. Gigi? No. Nope. No.
Bubba,
Your Majesty?
Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Bubby?
Your evilness.
Yeah, go ahead and try it. See how that works out.
Hey, Bubby. Stop. It's your girl.
Your evilness.
Yo, Granny. No.
Yo, Granny.
Does Grammy have a candy drawer like all the other Grammys do?
Yes, but it has severed fingers and heads. Nom 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 nom.
Oh,
It's like Halloween, Grammy.
Oh, I couldn't. I'm full now. Some of them are still waiting.
Oh my god! If the thought of somebody saying that to her is
Yeah.
sort of delightful.
It is really funny.
It's like, no, we want her to not kill you. That was sort of the whole plan. That's the whole plan. No, back it up.
Back it up.
I don't think Morrow has ever called her anything but mother. Or
no, mommy.
No.
Mommy.
Mommy.
Hey, Ma, how's it going?
Ma, what's up?
Mama.
But also,
Mum.
That's why Morrow has survived. Is he did not do that.
Yep.
Tugging on her armor as he's saying it. Mom, or her sword.
Mama, mommy.
I've seen the look on Jen's face when Simone does that, and I can imagine what Mycian would do.
Yeah. It would not be pretty.
She would wish for a disintegration spell.
Yes. Do it. So that he wasn't killed and then brought back and skinned and brought back and killed again and brought back and then killed one more time just for good luck. So like
just to make sure.
Poor Vorthus.
Just because.
See, Bemis was the first Dragonborn I didn't hate because Vorthus. It was such a.
What is what whole blue swirly going on?
No, Eric got that. Mud Flat Studio. Ding!
That's really cool. I like it.
Guys, this shit is weird. I want to get out of here.
One that this shit is bananas.
BANANAS.
NAS.
Wait, not bananas. Anything but bananas.
Why not?
We all know how I feel about bananas.
I ate them.
Well, how exactly do you feel about them?
No bueno.
Banana.
He's not down with the banana.
Morrow does not ever
Go down on bananas?
Like,
That's
make
what I was
this comment about the bananas. Morrow is morally opposed to bananas. Not like
like you haven't seen a yellow penis before.
Right?
Nope.
They got a skull. Clean that right up.
Huh?
Of all races, all kinds.
All of the source
even
books.
though that you like the yellow.
Cause awesomeness. All right.
Oh,
I mean, so when would I have encountered a yellow any what?
So apologies, guys. Pete and I did have a few
minions. I mean, I don't understand.
You take Stell with you.
Banana.
Bananas, no bueno.
So apologies, Pete and I did have a couple conversations on the next character that he wanted to play.
But then you rolled and all that went to shit?
I rolled and story led us to a crossroad that I wanted to give him an opportunity to choose whether or not he wanted to go to, because we had narrowed it down to 3 paths, right? 3 different characters that he could potentially be. We were at a point where story-wise, it would really work. 2 of those 3 paths could still really work, even though we were kind of focused on 1. So I just wanted to check in with him real quick and make sure that he was still on board with the original thoughts.
How do you feel about that, Pete?
Oh, I'm all right.
All right, good.
And
Oh, good.
Hey, choo-choo-choosy.
interestingly, we are actually going down a new path, which is exciting for me.
Shut up.
I'm so happy.
Shit is exciting.
I think this is going to be
Because you get to wing it, which
When
is your
it
favorite
gets
thing to do.
flushed down the Bemis, it is exciting.
quite amazing. Oh, Pete, one other question.
Yes.
Uno mas.
Lamas in the other room.
Bye-bye.
I hear you.
Hasta la bye-bye. Oh, breakage -2.
Everything the phone.
Oh.
Got that falling.
Just got the phone.
In Spanish, you say "I dropped it" by saying
Here's
if,
another one. Hey.
Wait, you say what, Jason?
instead of saying "I dropped it," you say "it fell" when you're talking in Spanish.
Mm.
You don't actually admit that you're the reason why something fell.
That's
Oh no,
It fell.
It fell down.
Se faltan.
nah.
Wasn't me.
bye-bye phone.
Bye-bye, phone fell down.
Phone fell down.
You hit the
Bye-bye.
Phone go down the hole.
Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
You're sitting on the floor.
Yeah, why not? My couch, not so comfortable right now. I can stretch my feet out.
Pizzas.
Feet.
Just don't put the feet on camera.
The agony of the
Yeah, I won't do that. Because the porch I would usually sit on is really too cold right now.
Cold.
Moro is just slowly backing up. do. This shit is weird.
This is messed up.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I'm afraid. Be afraid.
Be
Be very afraid.
Come over, man.
We're not going to be at a point tonight where it's going to really
Matter. Okay.
matter too much.
All right.
Matta, 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 matta,
Oh,
matta,
boy.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Boy.
Again,
Like
apologies
this
to
thing
you
where
for
the
you
points don't
all
matter.
these beautiful people.
Hello.
Yeah. That's exactly what we are.
My apologies.
Moro would agree with that statement.
So Eric,
Yes.
can I do a history check to see if I've ever heard of what this thing might be?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Actually, we need you to make a religion check, not a history check.
A religion?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, it's the same check because they're both in. 18.
18. As you look at this beautiful,
Man, God.
this beautiful form, it looks divine in nature. There
Oh,
is,
you're just mad because he's pretty like you.
there's something
Humans.
almost otherworldly about the presence, the radiance that this being gives off. And as that glow continues to dim, you notice that it becomes even brighter and more present in the eyes. They glow with a warm yellow radiance with no pupil, no,
That's my bag.
it's just a solid orb of divine radiant light.
This is very strange. Anyone? This is strange. Who are
Some kind
you?
of something divine.
Who are you?
What god do you
what,
serve?
what precisely is happening?
I don't know.
Great.
Well, at least we're all.
What god do you serve?
Roll a religion check.
He doesn't. Still, he doesn't know who he is. We could say anything.
Oh, sorry.
Dogs? I'm not sure.
You worship dogs?
I want to pull a
I serve many gods.
out of like
What's your name?
book or whatever.
Don't remember.
All right, we're gonna call you Bob.
Hello,
That
Bob.
sounds
Bob?
awful.
As you look down, you see you're clad in mortal armor.
I'm
There's
sure
a
I came up
gem
with a better
with a
name.
swirling grayish cloud, a milky-looking radiance to it. You reach down and you touch it with your hand. And you draw a dark energy from the gem.
Let's call him Sparky.
You cast it off into the nether. You guys see that gem that always had that darkness to it, sort of swirling, just the darkness dissipates as this creature pulls it from the gem and just casts it into the air.
He took away my favorite part of the gem.
That was mine too.
See? Oh, look at us
I'm
finding
sure,
common ground.
I'm sure Bemis would have appreciated that, though.
How did I get here?
No, that was going to be my question.
You came from up there.
You just
That
sort of
crack.
appeared here. Where were you prior to now?
I don't remember.
Oh, he has amnesia.
Well, we were just.
Welcome to the Muppets Take Manhattan. Hey, Kermie.
Who
How's it
are
going?
who are you people?
Confused.
What is this?
Well,
place?
we belong here.
What is this? Well, what is this place?
It's our base of operations.
Oh.
I'm quite interested in how you arrived here by yourself, mysteriously inhabiting our friend's armor.
He also showed up at the worst time.
And pulling the belly button lint out of it.
Kokai is just sitting there,
Did we break Kokai?
Kokusho drawn, two hands.
Guy's like error 404.
404. Fall not found.
Sanity not found.
And you can see it's like he's talking to the blade. You've
Great.
never
All
seen
of my
this
companions
before,
are
but
crazy.
He's good. Wait, what? No, he's not.
Oh, I gotta stretch these out.
As he stretches, the wings expand, and the wingspan is huge. When
That's what
they're
she said.
fully unfurled, they're at least 6 or 8 inches.
I mean, they'd have to be for a creature to be functional.
6 or 8 inches.
To be functional, they'd have to be
They're
pretty large for a
probably-
creature of your size.
They're at least 6 to 7 feet in span each.
So like a 12-foot wingspan. That's fair. I'm like,
So I'm gonna back away a little bit more. I don't like that.
So he has no idea. You have no idea who you are, why you're here,
How you got here.
how you got here. You just here you are in.
Do you know what you are?
No comprehend.
Don't speak Draconic.
He speaks Draconic.
No, I don't. Yeah, I think I do.
Roll check.
This is the weirdest.
18.
18. You recall being bathed in light. You recall
This shit is
a
weird.
connection to the light and a greater power. And you recall in an instant being cast out of that light. Your next memory standing here.
Defective.
Oh, I like the way you look.
I guess I'm here for a reason.
So,
I'm here for a reason.
And that reason is
I'm not sure, but
Oh.
I was kicked out of a place that was really nice and peaceful. I wasn't really
So you're
kicked out,
reject?
but I was sent here, other than the other place,
he was evicted.
I think.
Did you do something to get banished from such a place?
I don't remember.
That's unfortunate. Well, here.
I don't have any way to help anybody remember stuff, so.
What? Why are you people here? What is this place?
I look at Stell like. This is our base of operation that we
Right.
were.
It doesn't.
We were all, well, many of us were assembled here.
Oh.
Some against our will. But we've come to use this as our sanctuary.
Oh. Sanctuary from what?
Everything.
Everything.
Apparently, except you.
In stereo. In stereo, he said everything too, so that was
That
great.
Sanctuary. So you're running from something?
No, but if we encounter
you're hiding from something?
We've run from many things.
And also
we've
run from things.
And we've run towards many things.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we're ever in a difficult situation, we can return here. It is a safe haven for us.
Oh.
Except when the ceiling cracks, magma falls from the ceiling, and strange beings appear. And I'm just staring at it.
Who don't know who they are or what they are or why they're here.
It's not at all suspect. It's not strange at all.
I mean, bonus for you, you haven't attacked us yet, so.
I have no need to.
Well,
This armor
that's good.
feels very familiar.
I look at Kokai. This shit is strange. I'm not alone in this, right?
Kokai lowers his sword. Sheathes it.
That sword looks familiar.
Do I look familiar?
Bemis?
Amigo?
This cannot be.
Amigo.
You made the best wicker Bemis ever.
Kokai is just. He drops to a knee.
Still pulls out the bottle of liquors like.
Stell, what did you feed us, and did it have cat grass?
Maybe it went bad. I don't know.
Did it have cat grass in it? Because there is something very strange happening.
Bemis, how have you returned to us, and what has happened to you?
He got an upgrade.
He looks prettier.
No comprehend.
Bemis?
Now, why don't you go take this place here and clean it up a little? It's a little uncleanly here, and I work at a bar, and this place is just totally a mess. And I could never ever live in this place. This is just disgusting.
Boy,
how do you people even live here? Why am I not in my bar right now? I'm supposed to be in Blackford Crossing right now. Opening my bar up. What time of day is this?
I'm just staring at him.
Yeah, I'm just staring too.
Great. Now we have a crazy person.
Do you know like how? Why am I here?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
What?
I don't know.
My vote is push him in the magma. Let's go.
Just end it.
Why are you staring at me like that? Let's get going here. We need to get out of this place.
Where do
I just looks at you all.
What is happening?
I think Bemis is in there.
I don't think he's alone.
Daddy doesn't live here anymore, Mrs. Turner.
Well, I feel better about myself. if that was even possible.
You hear. I need everyone to make a perception check. Is that a 1?
Uh-huh.
That was a one.
I'm just horrified.
Stell.
18.
18. Arter Couch.
Couch.
Harder couch.
Roll here. I'll roll for Arter Couch. 12.
Arter Couch gets a 12.
14.
14.
24.
24. More rocks are falling off of the wall.
He notices.
Everyone notices rocks tumbling.
Yeah, this isn't really a safe place. I need to get back to my
Morrow
tavern.
Doesn't, because he's so busy focused on
My multiple personality
The
disorder
strange-
person.
divine-looking creature and the fact that the glow of magma has dimmed. And as you look over, the magma seems to be hardening.
Don't take away my magma.
More chunks of wall begin to fall. You see one come, and it's falling right at the strange angelic creature. And it shatters
Well, I
next
thought
to
that
it.
was going to solve my problem.
All done.
Jesus, the sarcasm.
You married her.
You
made
that.
And very happily.
Yeah.
Like, I have to say that or else you'll hurt me.
I'm on the internet. I don't want to die in a live stream.
This lives forever.
Although imagine the ratings.
Mm.
Imagine the views.
Live death
All
on
the
camera.
blood.
Live death
So the magma,
during D&D game.
the magma that has previously surrounded this island of sanctuary that you've called home is hardening, and you see it turning into a rigid stone-like, where the flows are just kind of coming up over the hardened magma, creating hills and rocks and walls of lumped hardened stone. Another gigantic chunk of the wall tumbles next to this creature.
I feel like you're destroying our sanctuary by being here.
Moritar, I need you to roll a perception check.
9.
9. Okay. There's another gigantic piece of rock that falls, and as you look up, there's a face that has been carved into the side of this rock cliff. The magma starts to emerge around it and drip down. It hardens before it makes it to the ground. But in that magma, you see clearly the shape of some horrible visage of a face.
Do I recognize the face?
Roll a check of whatever you'd like to check to see if you recognize it. Perception, history, religion, investigation, they all would be applicable.
Perception? Or
Any of those would be applicable.
history? Ooh, history. Ooh, history. 25.
You've never seen this face before in your life.
What does it look like?
It's horrid. It's almost ogre-ish in shape, but more, it's large and it's the features are very pronounced. And as
Hello?
the mouth opens.
This place is no longer your sanctuary.
Apparently, we need
More
to
pieces
get.
of the wall
We need
start
to get
shatter
the junk
and
out of
fall.
here.
And you're noticing that there's some very large rocks falling all around you, and surprisingly, none of them have hit you yet. That one came very close, though.
If we need to get out of here, I don't know what to do, but I need to take her home.
Yeah. But if we get stuck in your world,
Can't come back here.
Well, we could.
Oh.
We could find out.
and what happens?
Beirun.
But we're going to have to rely on just your magic there. Not touching another shield or sword.
You hear the sound of something very large breaking.
What?
No, it's more sounds of stone shatter. This time behind you.
Could we?
I would love nothing more than to get out of here.
Out of this place?
I'm a little puzzled that it all started when you arrived.
Let's go, because this looks pretty dangerous in here.
You are very observant.
It's because you said that you were going to call him Bob.
Can we go? I don't like this place.
I want to get out of here. This could be my only opportunity to get her home.
A large 10-foot by 13-foot stone crashes to the ground and destroys the Duragar statue.
We need to get out of here.
Let's go.
We do. Get up on the...
How do we get out of here?
And you look.
We go up to the top of the pedestal.
Has shattered.
Still fuck.
And fallen.
Oh, crap.
Into 7 or 8 pieces on the ground. The light that once fell and cascaded on top of it is retracting.
What happens if we
almost like an iris closing above?
What happens if we ring the bell when we're in here?
You pull the bell out, and as you do, it shatters.
Oh boy!
Hey,
still swears in halfling.
We are. I pick up a piece.
They're floating in the air.
I reach for a piece.
Touch as you go to touch it.
Piece.
As you go to touch it,
Uh-huh.
it's like you've seen Mercury, right? Like you know Terminator 2?
Liquid, yes.
Like Terminator 2?
Yes.
You touch it. I need you.
Stop playing with it.
As you, so are you going to actually try to grab around?
Yeah.
So you go to grab around that first glob, and I need you to roll a d20.
17.
17.
I don't know if I added anything.
You reach out to touch it, and as you do, the metal just wraps around your finger and hardens. And as it does, it gives off, it emanates some arcane light.
I was reaching for a piece earlier, so
roll a d20.
Where's all the money going?
Am I adding anything to it?
Just a d20.
Grab money.
Yeah, literally, I would like to run over and grab some money.
I just realized the real problem.
15.
15. Stell, you reach out and go to touch one of the gloves, and as you do, you look over at Moritar, who's in the middle of doing the same thing, looking at a ring. And as you're watching this ring form around his finger and solidify, he fades away. And Mara fades away. You touch this glob, and it wraps around your finger. And you all look. Stell, Moritar, and Marakash have all disappeared. There are 4 globs of a metallic liquid floating in space. The wall behind you is crumbling. There are heaves of stone coming where magma once flowed. All around you. What are you guys going to do?
Already grabbed one.
Roll a d20.
10.
A 10? 10's going to do it. You touch the glove, and it just touches your pinky finger.
Oh, he gets a pinky ring.
Wraps around your pinky finger.
And you have to kiss it.
Solidifies. And then you disappear into the ether.
So how many are left?
There are 3.
I don't know who you are, but if you want to save yourself, I don't know, figure it out. I'm going to grab one.
Roll a d10.
I don't know. Figure it out.
I don't know. Figure it out.
A d20?
Yep.
20.
Oh.
20.
I thought it was
You latch on. Pick a finger. Any finger.
middle finger.
This one.
I noticed he chose the middle finger for Stell too. So
rings. Solidifies, and you look over, and there's just one person. He looks at you and he says, Bemis, are you in there? We have to get out of here. Grab the metal. And he just runs and he grabs a glob of the metal.
A globule.
With the 17. You see him reach out, he grabs it, and as he does,
Oh, he could have braced
wrist.
Oh.
And as it does, he just disappears.
I got a
into
single
nothing.
handcuff.
Leia has the other one.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Except he doesn't remember that.
Yeah.
He slowly walks over and grabs a piece of it.
I need you to roll a d20.
Oh no,
17.
Jeremy.
He's back.
You grab on to this metal, and it solidifies. As you move your hand, it just stays in there. Your ETH will form not quite solid itself. Hold on to it. You grab onto it instinctually and clutch it close, seeing that everyone has transported away with it, and it is absorbed into the gem on your chest, which now glows with a silver metallic swirl inside its white.
Yeah, now we have to whack him in the head to go anywhere.
Play whack-a-mole.
Now we have to ring his bell.
Guys, we're going to be taking a break for a couple weeks while some of us are traveling, while some of us have other things going on in life. It's going to be a little while before we have the next session. It is now 9:40, and I'm intentionally ending this a little bit early tonight because I want to talk to you about what I'd like to see and about what has just happened and about where we're going to go next. Because while Sanctuary is now gone and the bell is now gone, you guys are still here. And
you bring it one last time.
Bye, Bill.
And your characters all have stories to tell still, right? So I want you to take the time between now and the time between our next session, and I want you to tell me what your character has been doing for the last 2 years. Because
Separate from each other.
completely separate from each other. Nobody except for Kokai and this creature are together at this point. Actually, I take that back. Please hold. We're going to do this a little differently. Moro and Arterar.
Exit buddies.
Oh God! Oh
That's awesome.
Find
He
themselves
broke Holly.
in a village surrounded by blue elves.
Ah, boy.
Sigh of relief. No.
Is with you.
Why do they have to be blue?
Hi, Artie.
Stell and Yorvith.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
You guys have spent, or at least come together.
Right now.
Over me.
Find yourselves materialize in Baldur's Gate.
Nice. Get a weasel.
In Kokai.
So.
Find yourselves in Kokai's village. I'm not going to give you guys, it can be any time in history.
Okay.
It can be your starting points are what I've just determined, right? What I've just said. You're in a Moon Elf village. Maybe it's not. You've got a lot of homework. So here's what Pete sort of had brought to me. He had said either a Revenant version of Bemis, which I was absolutely 100% on board with. An undead Bemis coming back and being just driven by a mission. And that's where we were actually going to go tonight. But then I started talking about all this light, and I'm like, man, Fallen Angel would be really cool. And one of the other concepts that Pete had given me was an Esmer Paladin. And so we've kind of taken both of those concepts and put them together. So there's going to be, we're expecting some shades of Bemis and the billions of other consciousnesses.
Lord, he has some serious personality.
Billions and billions that have existed in the light and that have now fallen with this angel.
Oh boy.
So there's going to be a lot of
an angel and a demon walk into sanctuary.
Which one comes out?
Well, I just left.
So everybody remembers who they're with, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Arterar, you're with Moritar.
Exit Buddy Moro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exit Buddy Moro.
Stell, you're with Yorvith in Baldur's Gate. Kokai and
Bemis are at Kokai's village.
Kokai and Angel Form,
Angel
whatever
Form.
this is, that has no name yet and does not quite have its own identity yet, but has memories of different entities, are in Kokai's village. As you start thinking about what would happen over 2 years, realize and understand that this 2-year time hop, there will be no time travel. You do not have presently the mechanics to jump in time. So,
or to try to communicate with each other because we have no idea where and when anybody is.
All you know is who you sort of materialized with.
All right.
All right. So that story building can either start now.
It already is.
It already has.
Sorry.
That can start now, and we can do that collaboratively as a group.
Yeah.
Or if you guys want to do that, it'll be hard because
Ari's not here. So,
but we can start fleshing out some of the. You and I can start fleshing out some of the details of your fallen angel. I think it's going to be so cool. I'm so stoked about this.
That is pretty awesome.
Mechanics are going to be amazing.
Bemis is the crazy.
I think Kokai has a thing for Bemis.
It's not Bemis.
He does now.
I think before he had a thing for Bemis.
I think it was a friendship.
It's not a bromance. I think it was more than
my bro.
Not at all.
So it's up to you guys. We can either call it early. It's 10 minutes to 10. If you want to call it here and just do these things individually, cool.
So, Pat,
if not, we can do this.
I just sent you an invite on Hangouts to chat.
I think he's already on. Isn't he?
Well,
I know, but he's only in the group. I've never actually chatted to him before.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Now they're gonna have a private. You know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, we can give you a quick thing of like, I guess where we are or whatever, but where, when, or we can just do it separately, I guess.
It's up to you guys. Like we usually would play till 11. We can do this now. You can do this later. What I wanted to get done is done.
Well, we've determined that we're outside of my father's village.
Okay.
Knoxville. Present time.
Present. Which present time?
When
That's what I said.
When we had right after
Just left.
before.
Okay, so you've literally just left.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So I was thinking we would snap into Baldur's Gate back in Stell's original timeline after, so basically right after he left his original timeline.
So when he was like a kid.
No. So at his current age minus the time that we've been together. Remember, so I left my timeline before I met the group.
Correct.
So before I left the timeline. So as there's another version of me that disappears from the Northern Faerun, same time, we appear back in Baldur's Gate.
All right. So I'm going to give you a story element then, if that's where you want to land.
Okay.
As you sort of dissipate into the nothingness, you recall being beaten, being ambushed, being attacked, somebody yelling about you took my, just before going out cold and unconscious. As you think about this, you see yourself on the ground with 3 dark, shadowy figures above you. And all of a sudden, fire erupts, and they all run, burning away. You see a large, 7-foot-tall figure glide over to your body. Reach out and touch it, and much like you dissipated into nothingness, you and that creature dissipated into nothingness.
So just a new memory.
This is, yeah. So there's a memory, there's that moment of remembering getting clubbed in the head, right?
Yeah.
From behind. You're thinking of that, and then you actually witness it. And you witness about a 7-foot-high figure glide over, reach down and touch you, and you both disappear.
Okay. And then we appear in Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That added some complexity.
Yep.
Yep.
So Pete.
Yes.
I need you to roll a d20.
Okay. 11.
11. I need you. This is going to be hard. All right, this is going to be really freaking hard. Okay.
Do I have 11 different personalities?
You have 10.
10. Okay.
I need you to come up with 10. Well, take that back.
Okay.
I need you to come up with 9.
9.
Unique,
okay,
individual personalities, all followers of a light god.
Okay.
A god of goodness and light.
All right.
Awesome.
They should be very unique, all very different, potentially different gods of different mythologies.
Mm-hmm.
Faerun, Greek mythology, Carthun. Hey, Brian. Any mythology, anything.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be limited to D&D.
Right. Yeah.
It can be a Pathfinder god. We've used Saren Ray already. It could be It can be Ninkasai, yes.
Ninkasai.
Yes, Gardro.
Oh god. I don't know that Ninkasai counts as a god of light.
No, but I almost wanted
The god
to
of
pull
drinking
Gardro
me.
when he said he didn't know who you serve. I was going to be like, can you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Rishkagal? Like, no, all right. Just thought I'd try.
And they should all be unique, different gods, different personalities, different, but they should all serve the light. And they should all be dealing with a fall from the light.
Oh, fish are so bad.
All right.
No.
We have a message from Antanas. Ninkasai!
There you
Alright.
go.
So yeah, 10 different personalities, different gods, different races, genders, whatever, classes.
Mhm.
Some could be, you could have an aristocratic noble who served Torm. Maybe with the last name being of course.
No.
I mean,
We've already done that before. No.
but 10 unique personalities with unique
Unique
gods and unique backgrounds. Lots. Eldermythe.
Ping, 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 ping.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
I really
So
like
that can,
that.
that can come out from time to time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I really like it.
Okay.
You're going to be with
Come up from time to time.
probably
Yes. The nakedness.
the least friendly.
I don't know how I feel about it.
No, he doesn't like me very
I
much.
mean,
And no,
is
it's
it an
not a big
upgrade?
fan.
Is it
So
human or
think about,
humanish?
you guys are
I
going to
mean,
probably
is it an
work on
upgrade?
this together a bit, but think about whether or not these 2 years, are you going to stick together with this guy or not? There's nothing that says you have to.
That's true.
So you guys can have those discussions. That's all, it's a possibility for all of you at this point.
Bye, Artie. Here you go. No, that'd be so mean.
But not too far away from form.
No. Moro gives 2 shits about you now.
Oh no!
I know.
That makes him feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yes.
So there's one other detail. As you all reach to, at some point, try to take off your ring or gauntlet, it does not come off.
Fuck.
Damn.
That was right.
Does it at least not clash with my other ring? I mean, I've got my signet ring.
It's kind of pewter looking.
Oh, that's pretty. It's all right. Does it have a gem? It's just a band.
Just a band.
Sweet.
The only one that ended up forming with any kind of gem work or anything was Eldermythe. He rolled a nat 20.
My middle finger.
Yep. So do you have your gigantic ring on by any chance? Not that one. The one with the 3 gems.
I have it upstairs.
Kind of thinking like that. It's just like this gigantic.
Gigantic FU ring.
Yeah.
And that's not what you wear it for at all.
No, not at all.
All right. So do you guys have any questions, concerns, comments?
So if there's things we want to do or conversations that we want to have with individuals, we should just have those.
So
Should we? When should we clue you in?
what I would ask is that you guys establish using Hangouts, establish an individual chat and include me in it.
Okay.
So in your case, Antanas, Jen, and I should be in that chat. Jason.
Yep. Adding
And I. Yep. And then eventually Aria, you and I will have a chat as well, so that we can talk about what's going on in your timelines and stories.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know all the things I want to do.
So there's one other hook, right? Because 2 years is a lot of time, right? There's a lot to discover over 2 years without any time hopping, right? Yes.
2 years where I'm at.
2 years relative to Faerun.
Oh.
So 2 minutes where you're at.
So that's not as much time. Huh. Okay.
Or maybe it is 2 years.
Okay. Let's go with that.
That depends. It all depends.
Let's go with
on
2
how
years.
you'd like to do 2 years their time versus 2 years.
Yeah. It's like 10 years Faerun time.
Sure. If it works for your story, that's cool.
Yes.
Maybe. The one thing that I'm going to come back with, the other thing, aside from the fact that this fantastic new jewelry you have is
non-removable,
based on the stories that you create,
yes,
and based on what it is you've spent these 2 years doing. When we come back together next, the first half hour or so is going to be awarding XP based on your experience and based on the last 2 years, the adventures that you've had. Now, I'm not going to go out and award like 10 XP, like 10 levels of XP, because that's ridiculous. You'd be, epic level at that point. But 2 years is a long time, right, for a lot of things to happen. And so the more effort, the more thought, the more preparation that you put into these stories and into this 2 year period that happens, the more XP that will be granted to the level that you will be at when we return next. So I'm not going to say what the cap is. There is a cap. We're not going to exceed
X.
We'll also probably have a minimal of,
Y.
We'll have a minimal of Y and a maximum of K? No? I don't know. Anyways.
KY?
YK? KY?
Oh, boy.
That's slippery. Anyways. So, based on the stories that you create, based on the adventures that you guys collaborate to build together, or separately, which is totally fine too, right? Like, Fallen Angel and Kokai might be like, what the hell? You're not Bemis.
Right.
And just walk away, right? So then what would...
So long, Angel Boy.
What would the response be? You know what I mean? Also, strange thing, after Bemis was talking, or it seemed like Bemis was talking, and then all of a sudden it was something else, the form shifted a little, the hips got a little wider. And then it just sort of shrank back into this, like, some amorphous, yeah, weird stuff.
I'm not stuck with him.
Good luck, Kokai.
I don't know that you're going to be better off with stealth.
Moro instantly is really upset and devastated that Stell isn't there.
Yeah, Stell feels the same way.
I'm like,
crap, I'm here with you.
Like, oh shit.
These have been the worst past few days of my life.
Yeah, you just got in on this, and it's like,
yeah, I was very upset that Stell
you
wasn't
went
there.
from.
Well, one thing that you're going to have to figure out, Pat, is what timeline you're actually from, because I don't have you on my timeline map. And I think you're probably from 100 years in. You probably just came forward about 100 years, if you're in your original timeline when we met you.
He would be in his original timeline when you met him. He's never time hopped before.
Okay, so that means we are 100 years in your future.
But here's the question. You guys, when you first met him, when you first picked him up, you were in an alternate future.
No, we met him in the
already in Moro
the non-alternate, right?
Didn't you? Oh no, you're right. You met him on the last hop.
After we already went into the alternate future and got our armor and stuff.
Right, but did you hop again, and that's when you met him, or did you meet him?
So we went back that month.
Right, that's right.
Right after we left,
I could
and that's
check
when
my
we met
notes.
him.
They're right here, but
yeah, and that's when we. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it here. See,
Cool. Is it 100 years in my future?
You're from
Okay.
around 1448, and we're now in 1548. The funny thing is, technically in 1448, we should be in a different edition of D&D.
But homebrew rules, because I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, because that would be really confusing. Because magic is completely different.
Right.
And more. Sorry.
Or is that weird?
Like the muddy
from that.
Is that like a 4E timeline?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Humbling idiocy of that.
During the spell plague and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
I'm not a bumbling idiot. I'm home now. Different behavior. I do things in Faerun that I would never do here.
So Eric.
Yeah.
If we're having our conversations, with you kind of involved, if we need any kind of like NPC interaction, is that going to come from you as well?
Sure.
All right.
If it's
So it's like Moro stares expectantly at DM. No.
So here's what I'll say. If it's any of the established NPCs in the story, then yes. Like I would like to respond for them. If it is somebody who is net new to the story, write it.
Write it? Okay. That's
Go with it. I'm fine.
Got it. So
you want to go murder hobo on a small village?
Yes.
I don't need to role play them dying.
Of humans, let's do that.
Maybe.
Yes.
Artie goes to the dark side.
Channel your inner whoever that is that can summon the spiritual kitten.
Isn't that like your cousin or something?
Yes, we're all related.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Well, isn't that how it is with all these
multiple ways?
What?
You're all related in multiple ways.
All these people.
Oh.
No, I didn't say relations. I said related.
It's all familial.
You're your own grandpa.
Yay!
That joke actually did come up at one point with Kokai. We were talking about Bellicor. And I was like, wait a minute.
Grandpa? All right. You guys have any questions? Thoughts?
Got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, so I have an idea of what Stell wants to do. It's whether Yorvith wants to go with them or try to tag along or not.
Depending on where we are.
As soon as Stell realizes when and where he is, he's going to want to travel to
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest way to do that would be to sign on as a caravan guard.
Mm-hmm.
Because he does not want to be in Baldur's Gate, even though the last time he was here was a good 6 years ago. There's potential trouble if some people remember him.
Big trouble in Little China.
Possibly.
Right, so he's going to immediately disguise himself.
I mean, my thought would be the first thing he would try to do is see if he could run his finger. I don't know. Do we have anything? I mean, you grabbed a piece of the metal,
yeah.
Right? So, and it's on your finger and you can't remove it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he'd try to experiment it with it, but I would imagine that he wouldn't spend very long on it if he couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
True words.
I try using my ring. Just
yeah. Hello.
Is it working?
Is this thing on? Did you eat that? Is this?
So does this ring have properties that we should know about? Or is that something we have to identify?
You would have to. You could roll an Arcana check if you wanted to look at it, to inspect it to see if there's anything evident without an identify spell.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay, good.
And hey, Antanas, by the way, you don't have any gold.
Son of a bitch.
It means nothing here.
You son of a.
It's
That thing where it
useless
was like-
here
Where I
anyway.
was like, okay, roll a d20 and add the appropriate modifier. It was literally to steal all of the gold that you took out of Sanctuary and put it back in the pile.
And when we
I'm
find out
sorry,
it's
but
gone,
Stell does not trust you with gold.
when I find out it's gone, I go, oh,
Artie gets money.
my little buddy did that.
What was your Arcana roll? 3. Wow, there's some.
It's so shiny.
The ring is pretty. It looks like it's got some engraving on it. And
Can I check out mine a little bit?
I rolled a goddamn natural one.
You rolled a.
So
That's a pretty ring.
it's such so
What am I
and
rolling?
it's so nice.
12.
There seem to be some runes engraved into it. You don't recognize them. It's no language you've ever encountered. There's also a slight glow of arcane energy to you.
Does it feel warm?
Not to you, anyway.
To you, it probably feels cold.
Moro, do I see you inspecting this ring?
Yeah. I'm like,
What are these things?
well, it seems like shards of the bell, but it's fixed to me and I can't move it, and I don't know what the shocket does.
Great.
Oh, one of Stell's experiments is try to ring the rings against each other, if Yorvith is willing.
Wonder Twin power.
Shazam!
It's a bell, so maybe ding.
You consent to the Shazam-like motion of fist bumping the rings?
Hey, Artie, pound it. Ping!
All right, he reaches down. Do you kneel? Or do you
Yeah.
All
I
right,
have
he
to be
kneels
his height.
down and puts a fist out to you as he looks down at you as you're trying to bump.
Oh, look at him being thoughtful and kneeling.
Would you both roll to hit, please?
To hit.
Hit it.
21.
Woo!
18.
Yeah, no problem. Ring on ring action. There's even a nice little ding kind of a sound.
So for a good 2 minutes, you hear Stell do nothing but swear in Halfling.
I'm gonna keep flipping.
You do hear the name Moritar at least once.
All right.
Do my ears burn?
Kokai is just sort of looking around, and he looks
Stell,
at,
do you know my name, my full name?
I have your mother's name
written down somewhere
Yeah,
in a sealed envelope.
right. But I'm not about to open that.
But what? That was in case something happens to me, call her and return me to her. You okay?
Right.
What happened to your iPad? It's rebooting.
Oh, this is the new one. This is
Oh,
the new
nice.
one, yeah.
We can work on getting that set up for you if you want
cool.
while you're here.
Yeah.
Get that all ported over. Kokai looks around the village, and you remember, well, no, you don't really. So it's whole. The village is whole. There's a vibrant life to the village. People are moving around, and they're all sort of stopping and looking. You see Kokai reach into his bag, and he pulls out a mask.
It's my 80s stuff. Why
Puts
are
it
you
over
messing
his
with it?
face.
I look at the mask oddly.
It's a demon mask.
Yeah.
There's horns coming up. They almost look like bunny ears.
I've seen it before. I feel
It's
like I've
familiar.
seen it. It looks familiar.
You've seen it somewhere. It's a very strange mask. You've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah. Why do you wear that?
It is a symbol of my people. They will.
Do they all wear these masks?
Just I.
Just you. Oh.
He wears it because of the avocado.
The avocado. So, this is your home?
Was my home. It's destroyed now.
Let's see.
I must get my full night's sleep so I can face the nuggets in the morning.
Yes, children.
Good night.
Good night, Holly.
Internet, say goodnight to Holly.
Good night, interwebs.
Good night,
Lovely to
Holly.
see you.
Hashtag night night Holly.
Have
Good night.
fun. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for coming and playing Lily for a little bit.
Yay, Lily.
Yay.
All right.
What can I say except
Anything else?
What do your people do here? Are they warlike? Are they farmers, villagers? What?
We're demon hunters. We
Demon hunters.
destroy the evil that would ravage our lands.
So for your good friend Moro.
He gets a weird itch.
This thing we touched, the part of the
Aw, you're
bell
touched.
your friend had broke, but we all grabbed a piece.
millions of pieces.
It's stuck on my wrist.
So it's embedded in the gem.
I'm sorry, embedded in the gem.
Changed the gem.
And the gem is now, instead of being just the white milk,
It's truly outrageous now.
it's truly outrageous.
Silver.
It's still got that white milkiness to it, but there is a gray metallic cloud that resembles that liquidy metal that you originally grabbed. It's swirling.
Very amazing.
So that blue broke the bell.
That blue motherfucker broke the
Broke the
bell.
bell.
Who knew? I'm not that strong.
Now we're here.
Yes.
He looks up and he's kind of looking at the sky.
He's like, I hate you again.
You see him looking around. He says, well,
That blue fucker.
this is going to be interesting. If I think I've got this right, I'm about to run into us. It's a long story. We traveled back in the past, got my sword. I think
I had a spiritual moment in the cavern.
I think I'm about to show up to get my sword. I don't know if it's here or not. That's where we're going to leave that story. I'm going to let REA and you figure that one out.
Before we go into the village, I'm summoning Kadra.
Okay.
You can do that over whatever.
I thought so. You call out her name.
Kadra.
Know her full name. And
Beetlejuice.
it's me. I couldn't leave you like that.
A burst of flame materializes in front of you. The flames retract back into the ground.
I'm so excited to see her that I very quickly hug her and then back away.
She returns the embrace, but you feel a disconnect. You've returned her home. Mother, I didn't mean to do anything against the family. I just wanted to bring the family together.
We have to talk to Mother. She cannot hide from her. You know that she cannot hide from her.
Certainly not now that she's here.
Even before. She wanted to come home. And I intend to call upon Mother and to aid her in discussing.
This is not a place where we are safe at this time. This may be Father's village, but we need to get out now.
Where do you think we should go?
We need to go to Mother's realm. We need to go to her palace. It is the only place safe. These people are slaves to the humans. You're lucky you've not been spotted yet. Some may try to protect you. Some would turn you in a heartbeat to gain favor.
We are going to fix that. We need to talk.
We need to get out of here. Is this one coming with us?
Yes. And to this point, he is my charge.
Your ward, so to speak?
Something.
Hey.
We'll call him Dick Grayson.
Yes. All right. You start to hear some commotion. It's one of them.
No.
It's multiples. You all sort of
literally like.
As you snap your fingers, that power that came back to you so clearly in your last visit escapes you. You successfully are able to teleport, but you get the sense that it's not under your will, but is the will of somebody else. I'm going to let you guys tell the rest of that story.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want any more plot points before?
No, I will just need to discuss. I'll just need you as the NPCs.
That's cool.
So I put some stuff in a chat with that you're on, Eric. You can check later.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look at that. Cool.
You've signed yourself up for relentless messages.
I most certainly did.
Enjoy your vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy your vacation where you are.
There's no cell service.
Ding. Glacier.
That's what Wi-Fi is for.
I'm not sure they have towers in the glaciers, but whatever.
You never know.
Go look for some.
I'm sure the ship has Wi-Fi.
There's no ship. I'm gonna be
not a ship.
sitting in the hot springs, y'all. Wicked sorry.
With Bemis.
Floating into happy
With Bemis.
land.
Naked dragon.
Naked
Yeah, I'm
dragon.
not thinking of that at all. That is not even in my mind. Make it stop. It's actually, that's something that's like scarring that I can never get out of my mind,
Yeah.
much like the Bemis residue in my tub.
That's
Can
right.
never get that
Never
out.
come off.
Thank you. There's like a sheen
It's
of
scarred.
weird grossness on the top of my tub.
It's scarred. It's there.
We bamf back into my room and I walk into the fucker. Pretty much.
Little bronze residue.
Yeah,
inside
I'm like,
the tub.
Oh,
All right.
oh, Bemis.
Well, Internet, we're going to stop broadcasting here because there's probably not much for entertaining content that will happen from this point out.
Right.
There may not have been any entertaining content.
Sorry for the lack of entertaining content.
2.5 hours. Who knows? Maybe you liked it. Maybe you're on board with what we're doing. Maybe you're not. Anyways, if you're still watching, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We'll catch you all in August when everyone is back. And Jen's going to look the date when everybody will be back in town.
August 10th is the next game.
We'll catch you all next on August 10th for Eldermythe. If you're into the things that we're doing on this channel, tomorrow night is our Carthoon game. You can join Jen and Jason and Antanas and I and our good buddy Dwayne for a fully remote session. tomorrow.
With freshly removed facial hair.
Dwayne with freshly removed facial hair. And some excellent inspiration into the Carthoon world after getting a chance to hang out with Brian last weekend at the Hammer Barbecue. Awesome.
Ding.
OMG WTF BBQ. Hosted by Eric and his lovely husband, Jason. Thank you guys
Hey!
for that.
He called you lovely.
I did.
Because we.
Lovely. You're
Because
lovely.
what?
Because was one of the gay bartenders.
Right. Yes. Because he and Ethan make a lovely couple.
Yeah.
Yes, apparently some people at the barbecue thought that Eric and our friend Ethan were a couple.
Oh.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Internet. We're going to check out here with our broadcast. Thanks for tuning in.